Did you know that over 1 million people around the world actually commit suicide every single year? Well, there are a variety of reasons as to why people take the choice of committing suicide, such as financial problems, ending of relationships, isolation, and being lonely by the people around you. But among all the reasons that people take the choice to commit suicide, then taking things personally is among them. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you 6 reasons as to why people take things personally, and I'm actually going to start right now. Taking things personally, essentially, it means that you value other people's opinion more than how you value your own opinion. When this practice is actually done consistently, it leads to formation of a negative habit of limiting self-belief. Even the people that live around you, they end up degrading your self-worth. Without wasting much time, allow me to start explaining the 6 reasons as to why you take things personally. And the first reason is actually using negative self-talk as a source of motivation. Most people around the world actually grow up knowing that the only way to be successful in life, it's only when they are tough on themselves. And eventually this leads to powerful habit of negative self-talk. We think that being tough on ourselves will actually motivate us to succeed. But there is actually a slight problem with this kind of reasoning. Since it will actually make us to be harsh and judgmental with ourselves, this will actually lead us to decrease in terms of performance. And worse than that, it can actually lead to a lifelong habit of negative self-talk and all the side effects that go with it, starting from anxiety and low self-esteem and eventually taking things personally. When someone criticizes you or gives you a negative feedback, a strong habit of negative self-talk can easily hijack your thinking. Instead of considering it as a mistake or an isolated incident, you end up taking it as a black and white interpretation to yourself. In order to avoid taking things personally, then don't generalize a mistake in behavior to flaw in character. Freedom from taking things personally comes in from removing the habit of negative self-talk altogether, from learning that you don't actually need to be hard on yourself in order to be motivated so that you can succeed. When you just sit down and restructure the plan that you intend to use in order to succeed, it will actually help you to end the habit of negative self-talk. And generally, as a result, it can help you to stop taking things personally. The second reason as to why people take things personally is the state of being a social perfectionist. When you are a social perfectionist, it actually means that you cannot stand the thoughts of other people seeing you making mistakes. When you are always concerned about being perfect in the eyes of other people, then you will always be worried about what other people are thinking about you. And this will actually result to taking things personally. You need to understand that man is to error, and it's okay to make mistakes. And most importantly, it's okay to worry about what other people are thinking about you. Because no human is an island, then it is true to say that we are social creatures, whereby we live, work, and also depend on each other. Hence, this actually gives us the capacity to imagine what other people are thinking and feeling about us. The real problem about social perfectionism is that one gets too hard on himself, worried about what other people are thinking about him. And in order to solve this issue, then be validated on your worries instead of being judgmental. This is possible only if you learn from the mistakes and not to repeat those mistakes again. And the most important thing is that choose progress over perfection. The third reason as to why people take things personally, it's because they are afraid to be proud of themselves. In our day-to-day society, we live and believe that being proud is actually very bad and very sinful. It is even illustrated in some of the religions, such as in Christianity. A good example whereby it's the fall of Lucifer, which actually was contributed due to pride. Pride is actually a character trait that actually emerges when someone puts himself above other people and believing that he is much better compared to anyone else. Psychologically, acknowledging your own strength, goodness, and virtues is not bad, not unless when it is taken excessively. The relationship between pride and taking things personally usually occurs when you value other people's opinion too much and end up degrading your own opinions. When you are proud of yourself, actually positive vibes usually emerge, whereby you will even believe that you are capable of anything and even doing it much better. Hence, your opinions to others stand a chance to be listened and understood by everyone. But keep note that too much of something is poison, and so this is the case of pride. whereby too much of it will actually make you to be self-centered and hence making others to feel inferior when in your presence. The fourth reason as to why people end up taking things personally, it's because of spending too much time with the wrong people. It is said that the people whom you spend most of your time with, despite the relationship that you have with them, either they are your friends or your relatives, you end up being the average of them in terms of their behavior and their character traits. Since the people around you usually influence you more in your life, you end up being sensitive to the influence of other people in your life, especially the ones who you spend most of your time with. And since your life is surrounded by people who control your life, for they are influential to you, then it may result to taking things personally. This is because you will be valuing their opinion about you more than how you value your own opinions. In order to get rid of this kind of situation, then you literally have to get rid of your friends who are actually bringing out unhealthy relationship and putting boundaries on toxic family members. I know at first it may not be easy, but it is worth it. The fifth reason as to why people take things personally, it's because they're actually lost in their own stories. Criticization actually leads to taking things personally. It's very tempting to see other people's words as the things that actually hurt you. But the fact is that it is not true at all, since it's your own thoughts about those things that actually affect how you feel. Taking things personally, it's all about the stories you tell yourself, not the stories other people tell you. Take comments and criticism in a constructive way. Ask yourself, is there any truth in it? And make sure you learn from it. In order to avoid taking things personally in this kind of situation, pay close attention to the stories that you tell yourself when you are criticized. And if possible, change those stories to be more realistic, or even better, refrain from telling your stories at all. Since it's a tendency to tell stories to ourselves and which actually result in the formation of a habit. Hence, breaking old habits requires patience and practice. The sixth reason as to why people take things personally, it's because you don't know how to be assertive. Most people are taught to be nice and kind to other people and always to put other people's needs and wants before their own. In this kind of situation, once you repetitively take care of everyone else apart from you, then it means that you are training your brain that you don't matter at all. In most cases, the victim takes into an extreme level, whereby he always comes last when it comes to his needs and wants. This condition cannot be sustained for a very long time, hence you end up taking things personally. And so, it shouldn't be a surprise that when you get criticized for something, your automatic assumption is that they're probably right. I'm not trying to say that it is wrong to be nice and kind to other people. What I'm saying is that you can never please everyone, no matter how good you are, and therefore, it is recommended to learn how to be assertive. Being assertive means that you have the ability to ask for what you want and also say no to what you don't want. In this case, you will be honest to what you want and what you need, and also be respectful to other people. Once you learn to be more assertive, then you'll begin to value yourself more highly and hence find it easy to resist taking things personally. Well guys, thank you so much for coming this far. And speaking about being assertive, there is actually a whole video about it, whereby I've provided a link in the comment section below. Please check it out. And as I conclude, for those who are new in this YouTube channel, we mainly upload content on topics such as business skills, sales, marketing, finance, entrepreneurship, and also life skills. If you're interested in any of those, then consider yourself at home by clicking the subscribe button. And don't forget to share this video to all your beloved ones, since they might be of great help as well. If you found the video worth your time and you have gained out of it, then don't forget to show the gratitude by clicking the like button. As for now, I will advise you to start practicing the knowledge that I have shared with you, since knowledge is not power, but actually applied knowledge is power. Goodbye.